You don't have a discipline problem. You have a craving problem. And right now, your brain is craving the wrong things. Here's what almost nobody tells you. Discipline was never supposed to feel like a fight. If every morning is a battle between the person you want to be and the person who hits snooze, you've already lost. Because you're using willpower, and willpower runs out by 10 a.m. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you how to flip that. Not how to force discipline, how to make your brain physically want it. The same way it wants sugar, or your phone, or one more episode. Once this clicks, it doesn't feel like effort anymore. It feels like a craving you finally get to feed. The Stoics understood this 2,000 years before neuroscience proved it. Let's get into it. Most people think discipline is about resisting the snooze button, resisting the junk food, resisting distraction, white-knuckling your way through the day until you collapse at night feeling like you barely survived yourself. But resistance is a trap. Every time you resist something, you're spending a limited resource, and your brain keeps score. Psychologists have a name for the burnout that follows. You run out of the fuel that says no. That's why your discipline is strongest at 7 a.m. and gone by 7 p.m. The people who look disciplined aren't resisting harder than you. They've done something subtler. They've made the disciplined choice the easy one, the one their brain reaches for automatically, before willpower ever enters the room. So the goal isn't to become a stronger person. It's to become a person who doesn't need strength because the system is doing the lifting. Here's how you build that system. 3 tricks. Your brain resists big leaps. Tell it, work out for an hour, and it floods you with reasons not to start. But your brain has almost no defense against something small, so you shrink the entry point until refusal feels absurd. Not, go to the gym, put on the shoes. Not, write the book, open the document and write 1 sentence. Not, meditate for 20 minutes. Sit down and take 1 breath. Here's the trick inside the trick. Starting is the only hard part. Once you've put on the shoes, you'll probably go. Once you've written 1 sentence, you'll write 10. You're not lowering your standards. You're lowering the cost of beginning, because beginning is where 90% of people quit. Do this for a week, and something strange happens. Your brain stops bracing for the fight, because there's no fight to brace for. The resistance quietly dies. Your brain craves what it gets rewarded for. The problem with discipline is that the reward is usually far away. The fit body, the finished project, the changed life. Your brain can't feel a reward that's 3 months out, so it reaches for the donut instead. The donut pays now. So you cheat the timeline. You move the reward to the moment of the action itself. The simplest version. The instant you finish the hard thing, you mark it. A check mark on a calendar. Crossing a box off. Standing up and saying done out loud. It sounds trivial. It isn't. You're teaching your brain that the doing is the thing that pays, not some distant finish line. Do this consistently, and the calendar becomes the craving. People describe it as not wanting to break the chain. That's not motivation. That's a brain that has been quietly retrained to want the thing it used to avoid. This is the one that makes it permanent. Most people say, I'm trying to be more disciplined. That's a task. Tasks are fragile. You do them when you feel like it. But your brain will fight hard to protect who it believes you are. So you stop performing discipline and start being a disciplined person. The shift is in the language. Not, I'm trying to wake up early. I'm someone who wakes up early. Not, I'm working on my focus. I'm a focused person. It feels like a lie at first. Say it anyway. Because every time you take the small action, you're not checking a box. You're casting a vote for who you are. Enough votes, and your brain stops asking whether you'll do the hard thing. It's not a decision anymore. It's just what you do. That's when discipline stops costing you anything, because it's no longer a behavior you choose. It's a person you've become. None of this is new. The Stoics built their entire philosophy on it. Marcus Aurelius didn't wake up before dawn because he felt like it. He wrote, in the dark, the reasons he would rise anyway. And then he rose. He was casting the vote. He was shrinking the entry point. He was reminding himself who he was before the day could tell him otherwise. The Stoics had a word for the gap between the person you intend to be and the person you actually are when it's cold and early and hard. They spent their lives closing that gap, not through force, but through practice, repeated until the right action became the natural one. That's the whole secret. Discipline isn't a war you win every morning. It's a practice that slowly removes the need to fight it all. So here's what changes. You stop waiting to feel disciplined because you finally understand that feeling was never coming. The motivation, the willpower, the perfect mood, none of it arrives. What arrives is the version of you that took the small action so many times that your brain stopped resisting and started reaching. Shrink the entry point. Reward the action. Become the person. Do that, and one morning you'll catch yourself doing the hard thing without bracing for it, and you'll realize the fight is just gone. That's discipline that craves itself.